We welcome you to River States Conference Baseball here on a Friday afternoon as Brescia University comes to New Albany to take on number 14, IU Southeast. Gavin Gentry on the mound for the Grenadiers. He's ready to go and delivers a ball off the plate, and we're underway. That's in a strike, and it's 1-1 to Gavin Hubner. Hubner hitting .362 on the season. Grounds that one foul. It's 1-2. This game moved here to IU Southeast after the wind and torrential rain last weekend that came through this part of the country. Owensboro got it pretty hard, so now we're flip-flopping the series, and it'll be here this year and up in Owensboro next year. That is going to be into left field in a leadoff double for Hubner. Just pulled down into left field. Miguel Marcos is the next batter in the Bearcat lineup, a .357 hitter. He's got 2 home runs, 6 runs batted in. That is grounded to Shelton. That'll be past him, and a run is going to score. So Brescia on the board quickly after the RBI single from Marcos, and it's 1-0 Brescia.
Now batting number 23,
Griffin Taylor's in the 3 spot for Brescia. He's got 6 home runs, 23 runs batted in so far. Is a .306 batter. Also has 6 doubles on the season. We'll see if Gentry can settle down here quickly. Strike 1 on the inside.
Yeah, 5 pitches, 2 hits, and a run. Exactly how you draw it up for Brescia.
And that's what you need to do if you're the Bearcats. Jump on these Grenadier starters early. The offense has been there pretty much the whole season for IU Southeast. You want to get out to an early, not be digging out of a hole. Quickly an 0-2 count to Taylor. That is fouled away.
Brescia under first-year head coach Casey Hamilton, a much-respected coach in this area.
The 0-2 pitch. Grounded foul. So again, this series moved to IU Southeast. The Grenadiers will be on the road at Indiana Wesleyan on Tuesday, and then we'll go to we'll host Reinhardt here next weekend.
Big-time matchup with Reinhardt, but they got to get through this weekend first. Got to take care of business in conference play.
Grounded foul.
Grenadiers coming off a very large non-conference win on Wednesday, beating a top 10 team in Cumberland's in pretty dominant fashion. Stephen, we were here for that one. They scored a couple runs late, but
Yeah, but it was a pretty convincing win all the way around for IU Southeast. Grounded foul again as Taylor reaches out and pulls that foul. Christie is on deck for the Bearcats. The pitch is inside, 1-2.
Yeah, Gentry has thrown the most innings on this Grenadier team. He's found himself a starting role. As the runner takes off.
That's into shallow left center. Catch is made out there for the first out as Colin Long makes the play. One away.
Now batting number 34, Chase Christie.
So now Chase Christie, a .375 batter here in 18 games so far this season. 1 home run, 12 runs batted in. They check on the runner over at first. He's back safely. Brescia comes in to this contest 13-7 on the season. They're 1-5 in conference play. IU Southeast 20-6 and 8-1 in the league. That is ball one. Two and one. Grounded foul as the runner took off again. It's 2-2.
Brescia 36 stolen bases, has been caught 8 times. So both teams pretty comparable when it comes to stealing bases. Brescia does it a little more frequently.
Fouled off. Runner goes, and he will be in standing up. And the count moves full. Murphy couldn't handle that one cleanly.
Stolen base number 2 from Marcos out there.
And he moves into scoring position with 1 out. That is a grounder to Reynolds. And the play will be made by the shortstop, 2 away. Marcos moves up to third. So this 5 o'clock start here today and then a 1 o'clock start here tomorrow for the doubleheader as we wrap the series up. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Artem Logvinov is the batter.
A native of Russia. Not a ton of Brescia natives in the River States Conference.
Take strike 2.
That is one thing we have seen over the last couple of years in all the sports. Different players representing different nationalities. It's really cool to see.
It's definitely become a more international conference here. You're right, over the last few years. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout there for Gentry. He strands a runner at third, but Brescia strikes first and leads it 1-0. Peyton Carey on the mound for Brescia. He's 2-2 on the season, making his 8th appearance and 7th start. 19 strikeouts to 8 walks. Does seem to get hit a little bit. See what he can do against Nolan Bowser here to start the bottom of the first.
Interesting to see facing a lefty. Grenadiers opening with a lefty as well at the plate. Not usually a matchup that favors the hitter, but Bowser, with his on-base percentage, is a guy you want at the top of the lineup regardless of who's pitching.
Strike 2.
Bowser hitting .362. 12 RBIs, but does lead the team with 19 walks, and that .575 on-base percentage is tops on the team as well.
That's chopped. Foul.
Tops when it comes to qualified hitters, I should say. The Grenadiers falling behind before they even get a chance to grab the bat, so working from behind here.
It's well off the plate, 2-2. It's high. Bowser works the count full here. Nice at bat by the leadoff hitter. And he draws the leadoff walk. So a base runner aboard here quickly for IU Southeast. In fact, both teams now allowing the first batter to get aboard.
Now batting number 1, Ethan Burdett.
Burdett steps in. Off the plate, 1-0.
Martinez doing everything in his power just to catch that ball. Birdie coming in, leading the conference in batting average, sitting at .426.
That caught the edge of the zone, 1-1.
I think he went 1 for 3 the other day, and his batting average dropped. So that just goes to show you what kind of a hitter he's been so far this year.
2-1. That is fouled off. Opposite way, 2-2, with Beard on deck.
And the last thing Brescia wants to do is bring up Logan Beard with no outs in an inning with a couple runners on.
A runner in scoring position, nobody out. That is chopped to short. They go to second for
Tough to
one
get
in
to.
time. So they will get the lead runner on the fielder's choice, 6-4. So there will be a base runner aboard for Logan Beard.
Now batting number 24, Logan Beard.
So Longvanov makes the play there at shortstop, gets the lead runner, and now it'll be up to Beard with 1 on and 1 out. The pitch. Up and away, 1-0.
Beard sitting at a cool .405 batting average. Leads the team 4 home runs, 39 RBIs, 56 total bases. A guy that, in his first year as a Grenadier, has certainly made an impact. Might be the biggest second baseman in the country as well.
Strike 1. Now an interesting decision here for Carey as he's fallen behind 3-1 to Beard. Do you just put him on so you don't have to deal with him?
I think Beard's going to pick one spot in the zone here. Oh,
Popped up. Will it stay in play? No. The count goes full. They throw over and check on Burdett.
yeah, 3-2 count. Grenadiers might try to send him in action there. Not a bad idea from Carey.
He does not go, and Beard strikes out. Nice piece of pitching there by Carey to battle back and get a big strikeout.
Now batting number 31, Preston.
And Preston Shelton will be the 2-out batter.
Yeah, normally this is where we see Jack Ellis or Trevor Goodwin in the 4-hole. They've swapped them. I imagine that's to go 3 straight right-handed batters. But the way Preston's been swinging the bat, definitely deserves to be where he's at.
And he's ahead 2-0.
So he comes in hitting .363, 1 homer, 25 RBIs, 6 doubles. We saw one scalded off the wall in center field on Wednesday. That ball was launched.
Big swing there. Swings through it 2-1.
Yeah, Carey getting some swings and misses. Comes
Runner
in. Oh.
Goes, and they throw it away. And all of a sudden, Burdett's going to cruise into third, make a turn. So it looked like they had it. They were going to be able to pick off Burdett there. Instead, a wild throw puts him at third base. Swing and a miss. Carrying a pitch away here from getting out of this, just like Gentry in the top of the inning.
Yeah, Carey averaging just under a strikeout an inning, so definitely has a strikeout pitch. And he's looking to get another one here. I would imagine that dugout goes crazy if he gets it.
Popped foul and out of play, still 2-2. Fouled off opposite way once again.
This will be pitch number 25 for Carey here in the first inning. So
Both pitchers raised their pitch counts a little bit in the first. Didn't get through it quickly, that's for sure.
difference is Carey's looking to get through his scoreless.
And just stays alive there as Shelton chased and got a piece of it. Still 2-2. Grounder to short. The play is not made. A low throw. The pick not able to be made at first base, and the game is tied. It looked like Brescia was going to be able to get out of it. Instead, an error.
Trevor Goodwin.
The inning will continue for Trevor Goodwin, and the game is tied. Goodwin takes strike one.
Goodwin, as we mentioned, the reigning River States Conference Player of the Week. Comes in hitting .327, a pair of home runs, 15 RBIs. Grenadiers have had a trio of Player of the Weeks thus far, and Goodwin, Shelton, and Beard.
0-2.
As we've mentioned, this offense humming. Hitting .340 as a team. That'll play. But getting a run on no hits in this one.
Doesn't chase, 1-2.
And that's got to be a little deflating for Brescia. You come out and score a run against a top 15 team in the country in the top of the first, and then a couple ground balls, not able to make the plays on them. And then that failed pickoff as well, giving up a run without really the Grenadiers hitting you.
Throw over. Runner
Delayed
goes.
steal. Wow.
He's going to be in there safely.
I didn't get a great look at his jump over there, but it looked like kind of did a little shuffle and then kind of a quasi-delayed steal.
And he picked a good pitch to go on.
I did see a couple of the coaches talking to a couple of the players about getting that kind of jump start. Really put it into perspective there.
Goodwin fouls that one off. It's still 2-2.
And that's something, if you're a Major League Baseball fan, the Cincinnati Reds did a lot last year with especially a guy like Spencer Steer, is he'd kind of give a couple hops and then go, just get you a better jump. So now all of a sudden Grenadiers are runner in scoring position once more.
Can Goodwin drive him in here? That is hammered into right center. That's going to fall. Here comes the run, and the throw will be cut off as Shelton comes in to score, and it's 2-1, a little two-out rally here for IU Southeast.
Now batting number 22, Colin Long.
Now Colin Long playing center field here today.
Saw Long absolutely annihilate a ball on Wednesday for his first home run as a Grenadier. As that one's hit back up the middle to shortstop. They're going to take the easy out, but the Grenadiers answer with a run in the bottom of the first. We head to the second, tied at 1.
Bryce Gamble starts things off for Brescia in the second. And takes strike one.
Gamble hitting .241, a pair of home runs and 10 RBI. As a swing and a miss there makes it quickly 0-2.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. There's a strikeout for Gentry, one away. Now Camden DeWitt. A freshman from Fordsville, Kentucky. Swings and misses for strike one. DeWitt is the left fielder here today.
Yeah, only his second start. He is hitting .455, 5 for 11. All 5 of those singles thus far. Looks like primarily a pinch hitter.
Three and one.
Our guy Ty back there today. One of the frequent umpires we get, the most frequent I should say, as that ball is launched into right field. Back is Bowser in front of the track, and he makes the catch.
Long run for Bowser. He makes the catch. That was squared up pretty well there, but Bowser tracks it down. Now Andres Martinez, the catcher from Venezuela. Saw our good friend Marco Romero, also from Venezuela, his dad tweeting at us earlier this week about the Grenadier baseball team.
Shout out to Marco Romero Sr.
Marco Romero Sr.
Our biggest fan, I'll say it.
Always checking in from Venezuela. Keeping up with the Grenadiers, even though Marco's on to coaching in the Cubs organization, I believe. He's still doing that. There's a strike, and it's 3-1.
Yeah, Martinez hasn't drawn a walk yet this year, so he's not going to draw one here either.
Reynolds, Fields, low throw, dug out by Martinez on the other end to end the inning, a 1-2-3 inning for Gavin Gentry. We move to the bottom of the second. It's 2-1 IU Southeast.
Number 13, Hazel Martinez.
Hazel Martinez, the first baseman, starts things off for the Grenadiers. And he takes strike one. So we saw Gentry bounce back with a quick inning here in the top of the second. Can Carey do that right here? Pours in a couple of quick strikes.
Martinez, a .290 hitter. Pair of home runs, 21 RBIs. Team leader with 8 doubles.
1 and 2.
Of course, we saw him come off the bench for a base knock on Wednesday. Really likes that right center gap.
2 and 2. Fouled back, still 2-2.
We'll say Carey, very fast out there. He's ready to go.
Don't hate it. That missed, and Martinez draws the leadoff walk. You're right. Carey has no need for the pitch clock. That is for sure.
Now batting number 12, Cole Reynolds.
Wade Miley-esque out there.
Ball 1 to Reynolds. A sophomore from Somerset, Kentucky. The pitch.
That hit him.
Had to have hit him. Did it not?
Did it not?
It did. So he will take his base. Wait, they're going to call him. They're going to say he offered at it. It appears. The runner was off. They've sent him back to first. So 1-1 now to Reynolds. That missed, and it's 2-1. Grounded off the dugout fence, 2-2. Three and two. They throw over. Martinez back easily. And there's a walk. So back-to-back walks. 2 on, nobody out.
Now batting number 21, Logan Murphy.
Logan Murphy is the batter, as looks like Casey Hamilton may be going out to check on his pitcher here. He's gotten a little bit wild. Martinez at second, Reynolds at first for Logan Murphy, and nobody out here in the second. Shows bunt, pulls it back, ball 1.
is a guy we've seen put down some bunts this year. Beat one out for a base hit on Wednesday. That one's going to be a perfect bunt as well. Going to be a tough play at first. Throws it away. That's going to be a infield single. And hold on. Ty's going to say dead ball. Wait. Are they going to call obstruction?
That's the only thing I could possibly think. That he could be calling.
They said Logan's out for sure. Here? Murph, yeah. He said he was in the either obstructed with the first baseman or.
So they're going to send the runners back. So there'll be an out. It's got to be an obstruction call with Murphy interfering with the first baseman, I think, as he made the turn. So one away here in the second. Back to the top of the order, and Nolan Bowser with runners at first and second. That's a strike on the inside corner, 1-1. Two and one. Three and one. And there's a walk. The bases are loaded. So Ethan Burdett will have an opportunity here with the bases loaded and only one out to quickly extend this Grenadier lead.
We've seen a little bit of everything already in this one. As that's going to be chopped to shortstop. Going to be a tough play for anyone involved. Wow, what a throw to second. So the run will score, but a great job of even getting it out on that play.
That was a chopper into the hole. And Longvinov, that was probably the only play he actually had.
Now batter, number 24, Logan Beard.
And he was able to get the out, a big out, two away. A run does score. Logan Beard with runners at the corners now. Take strike one. Lifted into left. curving foul.
Wow. That ball carried out of here down the line. It looked like it did drift foul. I thought that might be a play for the left fielder,
Right.
but it cleared the fence.
It just kept curving and carrying, and it carries over the fence foul.
Different part of the park, but it reminded me of Mooney's home run at Cumberland's, a ball that looked like it was going to be a routine fly out, and then it just kept going and kept going. Of course, he hit his to about left center. But goodness gracious.
The wind not as bad today as it was on Wednesday. It's still.
I don't know if we've had a windless day in about
we have
4 months.
I don't think.
So.
Well, certainly not. We have not had a windless day since we've been playing baseball
Yeah.
here this season. That's for sure. It's fouled back. Two and two. That is sent into shallow center. The catch is made out there by Marcos to end the inning. The Grenadiers only score one after a promising inning kind of goes by the wayside. But after 2 innings, they lead it 3-1. Houston Flynn, the leadoff batter here in the third for Brescia. He's the third baseman, and he swings at the first pitch over to his counterpart. A strong throw there by Shelton. 1 out. Back to the top of the order, and Hubner.
We saw Hebner line one down the line for a double. Then came around to score on a chopper over the third baseman's head. So that appears to have missed. 1-0. As that's going to line into left field. Ethan Burdett. Looked like that was certainly extra bases, but he cuts it off in a leaping catch in left center.
Nice play there by Burdett. You're right, to cut it off. I thought that was going to be past him, but he's able to snag it on the way. 2 quick outs here for Gentry in the third.
He almost cut it off a little too much, but nice job making an adjustment out there. Of course, we saw Burdett a lot at second base last year. Well, with Logan Beard, they shipped him to left.
And he's done a good job.
Yeah. It was a little shaky early, but him and Bowser starting to figure it out there.
That's a little bit high, 2-1.
It's a good problem to have where you have probably 15 guys that could play every single day, just trying to find them in the lineup.
That is ripped past the diving Shelton at third base, and that'll be a double for Marcos. So he's 2 for 2. And the inning continues for Taylor.
One of the more bizarre run hit error lines you'll see so far. 1-3-2 for Brescia, 3-1-0 for IUS. It's kind of bizarre.
That is pulled foul for strike one. You're right, we've seen a little bit of everything here through the first 2 innings plus.
Yeah, I mean, Brescia's hitting the ball, I think, probably better than the Grenadiers have so far, but several walks, a couple errors leading to some IU Southeast runs.
Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. The 0-2. It's going to be off the glove of Murphy. Marcos will move to third. And again, Gentry 1 pitch away from getting out of this without allowing another run. That's in the dirt. 2-2. It's high. 3-2. And now Gentry will ask for a new baseball. The payoff pitch, fouled back. And that's a good at bat there by Griffin Taylor as he ends up drawing a 2-out walk.
Now batting number 34, Chase Christie.
Now can Christie step in and drive in the runner out at third, Marcos? Ball 1. That is a strike. It's 1-1. Fouled away. Christie 0 for 1 so far here today. Two and two.
Gentry over the 50 pitch mark as well in the third.
That is chopped foul. I will say one thing about Brescia. One, they've been battling here at the plate and driven up Gentry's pitch count. For the most part, they've been pretty patient as well. Fouled straight back. And the count goes full. And a walk to load the bases. And Glendon Rush is going to go talk to his starter here.
Now batting number 2, Artem Logvanov.
Logvanov is the batter here with the bases loaded. He takes strike one. That's a grounder. Will that get through? Yes. It's knocked down by Reynolds, but a run will score on an infield hit, and it's 3-2. Reynolds did everything he could do.
Now batting number 32.
So he saved probably at least another run there, but one run does score. That's just a little seeing eye infield hit there.
2 out walks usually come back to haunt you. Certainly did there.
It's off the plate, 1-0.
Gentry struggling to find the strike zone in this inning.
Struggling to find the last out here of the third. Nowhere to put Gamble here as he's now, Gamble's ahead 2-0.
That's out of here.
Well out of here to center field. A grand slam. It is 6-3 after the Bryce Gamble grand slam. His third home run of the season, his 14th RBIs of the year, on a bomb out to center field for Gamble.
batting number 11, Anthony DeWitt.
Well, those walks, an infield single as well, come back to, you're right, haunt the Grenadiers here on a grand slam and a 5-run third inning. Have put Brescia up by 3, and Gentry's still trying to find the final out here of the frame. As DeWitt's now ahead with a 2-1 count. Six runs on 5 hits with 2 errors for Brescia, and we're only in the top of the third. There's a strike, and it's 2-2. Three and two.
Looked like DeWitt kind of stuck his knee out there. Almost hit him.
Swings and misses, and the inning comes to an end. But a Bryce Gamble grand slam has moved Brescia in front, 6-3. Preston Shelton starts things in the third for the Grenadiers as they've got to start digging out of the hole.
Certainly have the offense to do it.
Two and 0. And IU Southeast kind of needs to do the same thing that Brescia did in the top of the inning. Just put together some long at bats, get some base runners, and keep moving them up 90 feet. That's a one-hopper to second. Throw will be made in time, one away. As Hebner goes to a knee, makes the play, one out.
Now batting number 45, Trevor Goodwin.
One and 0 to Goodwin. He's 1 for 1 with an RBI so far today. A 6-3 game in the third. Goodwin leans back away from that one, 2-0. And a 4-pitch walk to Goodwin.
Now batting number 22, Colin Long.
So Long will step in with 1 on and 1 out here in the third. He takes strike 1. That is popped up into the infield. Christie makes the catch. There are 2 away here in the third. Now Hazel Martinez.
Hazel Martinez.
That's gonna be a line out to center to end the third. Marcos is there, makes the play. We move to the fourth. 6-3 Brescia. Zach Reisner on to pitch for IU Southeast here in the fourth inning.
Now batting number 29, Andres Martinez.
He will face Andres Martinez and deliver strike 1.
Raz coming off of an inning and 2/3 perfect on Wednesday. 3 punchies.
He's 2-0 on the season, but .66 ERA. This is his 8th appearance. He's worked 13 and 2/3 innings. He got 9 strikeouts, 2 walks, and an opponent batting average of 106. Swing and a miss. 1 away.
Now batting number 1, Houston Flynn.
Now the third baseman, Flynn. Nice frame job there by Murphy for strike 1. Lifted into right center. That'll be a base hit. So Flynn is aboard with a 1-out single.
Now batting number 6, Gavin Hebner.
Now Hebner, the second baseman. One to no to Hebner. Lifted into left center, a long run for a long. He makes the catch. And fires that one in quickly for the second out of the inning.
Now batting number 25, Miguel Marco.
Nice backhand stab there by Murphy. 1-0. Grounder back up off the mound. Fielded by Beard. The throw is in time and the inning is over. Nice play there by Beard, showing off his range. We move to the bottom of the 4th, 6-3 Brescia. Grenadier Baseball is brought to you by Ware. From rental boilers, boiler service parts, and boiler training, we are Steam. By Highlander Collision Center, the only OE certified collision center in Floyd County. By Superior Vault. By Carriage Ford, best by a country mile, locally and family owned. By Pro Plastics, turnkey solutions for the plastics industry. And by Covered Bridge Golf Club.
Leading off for IU Southeast, number 1.
Cole Reynolds starts the 4th for the Grenadiers. takes ball one. Popped up into shallow right. Taylor makes the play, one away.
Now batting number 21, Logan Murphy.
Logan Murphy, the one-out batter, called out on a interference play at first base.
One of the more bizarre calls we've seen.
Just a bizarre play all the way around. This time, he sends one into center. Marcos makes the catch, 2 outs. A more conventional put out. Now Nolan Bowser.
Number 33, Nolan Bowser.
That is ball one. Three and one to Bowser. And there's a walk. So the inning continues for Ethan Burdett.
Now batting number 1, Ethan Burdett.
Grenadiers here batting in the fourth. They've scored 3 runs and only have 1 base hit.
One base hit and 6 walks. 3 to Nolan Bowser. Ethan Burdett, not a guy up there looking to walk. He will take one, but certainly likes to swing the bat. When you have as much control of the bat as he does, I don't blame him.
Here's the 1-1. And then first they will throw over and check on Bowser. But he is back in safely.
Bowser's laughing over there because he definitely induced that throw. Just kept jerking his head over to the right side.
That is popped over into foul territory, and it's going to be off the glove of the first baseman, Christie, there. So Burdett will get new life. One and two to Burdett.
That's a strike to somebody that's about 6 foot tall.
I think think Kerry thought it was a strike as he looked like he's taking a couple steps for the dugout. Instead, he's back on the mound for the 2-2, and that is jammed. Popped over to short. Logvanov makes the catch to end the inning. We move to the 5th. It's 6-3 Brescia. Griffin Taylor, the leadoff batter for the Bearcats, in the 5th. Ball 1 from Reisner. Strike 1. 6 runs, 6 hits, 3 errors for Brescia, 3 runs and 1 hit for IU Southeast here in the 5th. That is hammered. Taylor adds to the lead with a leadoff home run here in the 5th to make it 7-3. For Taylor, it'll be his 7th home run of the season, and he extends the advantage to 4 runs. Here's Christie. Opposite way, chopped foul.
Certainly no doubt about that one. Nobody in the field even had to move.
Nobody moved. Exactly. It's a ground ball through the hole. Back-to-back base hits to start the 5th for the Bearcats. Now Logvanov. Fouled away.
A business decision down there at third base by their coach. Almost barehanded it, thought better of it.
Chose bunt this time and bunts it foul, 0-2. That's back up the middle, a base hit. So 3 straight hits to start the 5th inning for Brescia here.
Now batting number 32, Bryce Campbell.
And Brett Neffendorf is going out to the mound. Will he make a change? I don't think anybody was ready just yet. Nine hits already for the Bearcats. They have jumped all over Grenadier pitching here today.
Steven, you've been around a little longer than I have, but maybe refresh my memory. I'm not sure I've ever seen a Brescia team hit like this here.
No, this is not the same Brescia team that allowed Logan Murphy to hit for the cycle last year or anything like that. This is and the offense is much deeper than I've seen here recently for the Bearcats. They've got a plan, and they're sticking to it. Strike one.
Gamble, of course, hit that monstrous grand slam in the 3rd to put Brescia back ahead.
Chase is there. It's 0-2. That's going to be an opposite field base hit. Runners hold, and they're loaded with nobody out.
Now batting number 11, Camden DeWitt.
Here's DeWitt with the bases loaded. That's lifted into center. Long is there. That'll be deep enough to score the run. And it's 8-3 after the sacrifice fly. Runner advances from second, so they're at the corners with one away.
Now batting number 29, Andres Martinez.
Martinez with an RBI opportunity now. Strike one. That's a liner through the hole. It's short. That'll score another run. It's 9-3. 3 runs in here in the 5th. Still only one out. And Houston Flynn will be the batter. There'll be a runner at first base.
Braden Mundy, the runner at first.
Brescia all over IU Southeast here, and we're only in the 5th. 11 hits up the middle. That's going to be snagged by Reisner. He goes to second for one, and not in time at first base. So 2 outs, runners at the corners now. Nice play there by Reisner to get that, make a good throw to second.
Now batting number
Big second out. And Hebner will have a chance here to play add-on. Ball 1.
They're earning every bit of these runs, too. Ground balls that are finding the holes, but they're barreling them up pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Into center to long. That's going to fall in front of him. Another run will score. It's 10-3. Hebner with an RBI single. And that'll be it for Reisner. We will be back with the new pitcher in just a moment. We'll let you know that IU Southeast Baseball is brought to you by Indiana Members Credit Union, a proud sponsor of IUS Athletics. By GMS Contractors, general contractors to fit your needs. By Whitaker Pool and Spa, your dream backyard starts here. By Whitaker Sports Turf, excellence in every field. And by Dr. Ice Nutrition. For focus, performance, and recovery, reclaim your game with Dr. Ice Nutrition. Back with the new Grenadier reliever in just a moment. Gavin Sebi is the new pitcher for the Grenadiers. Ball 1. As Marcos steps in. That's going to be tracked down to end the inning by Long, but the inning is over. Brescia scores another 4 runs, and after 4.5, leads IU Southeast 10-3. Logan Beard will start things off for IU Southeast. And Logan, it's time for the comeback to start now, as it's getting late here pretty early here in this one.
Yeah, look up there. I mean, this is pure domination for Brescia so far. Grenadiers been gifted some base runners, but you look up there and they've only got one hit.
Well, and I mean, if you're Brescia here, you've got to start thinking about, okay, we need to score 3 more runs here and get the run rule, because you don't want to let IU Southeast continue to and just hope that the bats don't wake up. But that one, a quick at bat and a quick strikeout for Beard, first out here in the 5th.
Now batting number 31, Preston Shelton.
So Shelton, the one out batter.
I mean, I think we would call Carey today effectively wild.
Yes.
Take a look at his numbers as the 0-1 pitch comes in high. 4 1/3, 1 hit, 3 runs, just 1 earned, 6 walks, 2 strikeouts. So a lot going on, but effective nonetheless.
And honestly, with those numbers, the fact that you're even getting him into the 5th inning with 6 walks is kind of remarkable. But again, he's only allowed the 1 hit and then the 3 runs. And he's got a cushion to play with. That's popped up over into foul ground. The catch is made by Christie, 2 away. I mean, I think you can say there's a large enough sample size here. I mean, the Grenadiers not even squaring these balls up.
Now batting number 45, Trevor Goodwin.
No, I mean, pop-up after pop-up after pop-up. As Carey's doing a good job being off balance. And really the only thing that's going to hurt Carey is this pitch count. Nearing 100, so probably won't be able to go too much longer, but, man, has he been effective.
1-1 to Goodwin. Two and 0, or 2-1 rather. That's a looping breaking ball that missed. It's 3-1. Full count.
Goodwin thinking that one missed for ball 4. Has to get back in there, full count now. Right back up the box. Base knock.
So the second hit of the contest for the Grenadiers, a grounder back up the middle for Goodwin. And the inning continues for Colin Long.
Now batting number 22, Colin Long.
Strike 1. And that'll be a line out to center to end the 5th. We move to the 6th, 10-3, Brescia. Taylor starts the 6th for Brescia. Sebi still out there for IU Southeast. Strike away.
Sebi just looking to hold Brescia off the board.
That's going to be a two-hopper to Beard at second. He slides and makes the play for out number 1.
Now batting number 34, Chase Christie.
Christie, the first baseman. Ball 1 to Christie. And that'll be out to right field. Base knock for Christie. It's ball 1.
Now batting number 2, Artem Bogdanov.
Bogdanov 2 for 3 with an RBI and a strikeout. He's had a pretty solid day at the plate. Into right center, a long run. It falls in the Bermuda Triangle. As Long, Bowser, and Beard couldn't get there, so 2 on, 1 out for Brescia. And Gamble,
Now batting number 32, Bryce Gamble.
who's already got a grand slam, has a couple more runners on here in the 6th. Ball 1. One. And that hit him in the helmet. He's up and on his knees. And is back to his feet, which is a good sign. And he's going to make his way down to first. He says he's okay. And they are loaded once again for the Bearcats with only 1 out.
Now batting number 11, Camden DeWitt.
Now DeWitt.
Another inning of consistent base runners for the Bearcats.
Strike 1. Chopped foul, 1-2. Two and two. DeWitt holds and moves the count full. Nowhere to put him here with the bases loaded.
Gigantic pitch right here.
That's a liner to short. The catch is made, so a big second out there. Base runners get back safely. And there are 2 outs for Martinez.
Looked like Reynolds had a shot at a double play at first base. Not sure if just didn't have the angle there, just didn't feel comfortable throwing it. But big second out, as that's going to squeak through.
1 run will score. Another run is in, and it's 12-3 on a 2-run single by Martinez. So here's Flynn. And Brescia has now scored in every inning but the second. Ball 1 to Flynn. That's going to be over a leaping Shelton. And the throw will be cut off, and it's 13-3. An RBI single by Flynn.
Now batting number 6, Gavin Heaton.
Hebner takes strike 1. Popped up. And no, the catch is not made by Long. He's going to fire into third, and the throw is going to be late. So another run will score. Hebner out at second now.
25, Miguel Marco.
And Marcos will be the batter with runners at second and third and 2 away. "14 runs on 17 hits for Brescia here into the 6th inning. That's going to be back up the middle, a base hit. Runner will hold at third. and it's 15-3. And I think that'll do it for Sebi. We'll be back with the new pitcher in just a moment.
Now batting number 23, Griffin Taylor.
Taylor, the batter, he will face the new Grenadier pitcher, Aiden Darledge, making his 7th appearance. He's 1-0 on the season with a 7.71 ERA in just 4 2/3 innings pitched. And he delivers a strike.
Grenadiers just looking for anybody to get through an inning.
Oh and 2. The 0-2 pitch from Darledge is a one-hopper blocked by Murphy. Two and two. The pitch, 3 and 2. As Murphy, that one caught him, I think. Grenadiers, you're right, just looking for anybody to get the final out here in the 6th. 5 runs in after a 4-run 5th inning to blow the game open. Strike three looking, ends the sixth. But Brescia adds on some insurance and leads at 15-3. Hazel Martinez will start the sixth for the Grenadiers.
Carey's still on the mound out there. 105 pitches.
Let him cook.
Yeah.
He's got a 12-run lead. He's only surrendered 2 hits. And is ahead 1-2 to Martinez. Strike three looking.
Now batting, number 12, Cole Reynolds.
Here's Reynolds. A little check swing. Back to Carey. Underhand throw to first. 2 outs. All the momentum with the Bearcats now.
Now batting, number 21, Logan Murphy.
Swing and a miss by Murphy. And that hits him. Cannon Stoll will run at first base. And Nolan Bowser will be the batter.
Now batting, number 33, Nolan Bowser.
Bowser has walked 3 times.
2-0. And that hit him. So on base for the 4th time. And will that do it here for Carey? And it will. We'll be back with the new Brescia pitcher in a moment after we let you know that IU Southeast Baseball is brought to you by Bear Nose Pizza and more. It doesn't matter if you win or lose, it's where you eat after the game. Go Grenadiers. By Zaxby's, great food and service, and a proud sponsor of IUS Athletics. By Eckert Supply, supplying superior service to contractors since 1962. By Bobcat Enterprise, quality equipment rentals and expert service. By Sunrise Apartments on Klerner, serving our IUS students and community. By Waterfeather, a different breed of outdoorsman demands a different breed of boat. And by Cluckers, great chicken and wings with 4 area locations. Back with the new Brescia pitcher in just a moment. Braxton Franny is the reliever that comes on here in the 6th for Brescia. He's a sophomore from Owensboro, 1-0 on the season. Now making his 5th appearance. He's worked 9 2/3 innings with a 1.86 ERA, 9 strikeouts to 2 walks. Strike 1 to Ethan Burdett.
Grenadiers just looking to extend this game into a 9-inning one. Down 12 as we sit in the bottom of the 6th. That ball right in on the hands of Burdett, fouled down into the bullpen. Kind of a stunned silence from the Grenadier side of the field today.
Just honestly outplayed at pretty much all facets of the game. Got to tip your cap to Brescia here. They came out with a plan offensively and it worked. They overcame a little bit of a wobble defensively early on. They committed 3 errors and surrendered a couple of runs early, but offensively they've been the much better team. On a wild pitch there, moves both runners up. And Carey, you're right, effectively wild, shut down the Grenadier offense. And now Brescia here, a strike away from sending us to the 7th. The 2-2. Grounder to third. They go on to first. The throw is in time to end the 6th. We move to the 7th, 15-3 Brescia. Chase Christie starts the 7th for Brescia. Darledge, the Seymour native, still out there for IU Southeast. Strike one. Doubleheader here tomorrow starts at 1 Eastern to conclude the series. One and two to Christie. Fouled away. The pitch. Swing and a miss. They'll have to, no tag. Throw down to first to complete the strikeout, one away.
Now batting number 2, Arthur Bogdanov.
Logvanov. Take strike one. That is lifted into left, carrying, and the catch is made out there for out number 2. As Burdette makes the play. And now the
Now batting number 32, Bryce Gamble.
hitter that delivered the grand slam and put Brescia in front. Bryce Gamble, 2 for 3, 4 RBI, a strikeout.
Good to see him back at the plate, though, after
Getting hit in the
getting
helmet.
hit in the helmet, yeah.
The pitch is a strike. It's 0-2. Swing and a miss. A 1-2-3 inning for Darledge. We move to the bottom of the 7th with Brescia in front. It's about the only thing that's gone wrong today for Brescia is they have a pitch clock violation here to start the 7th, and Logan Beard will start with a 1-0 count.
Not sure I've seen one coming out of an inning break. Seen them between pitches, but interesting there.
In the
Wow.
dirt, 2-1.
I had that one. That one
You
bounced really high.
You were all over it. Three and one. And that's a walk, so Beard will be aboard. You got a runner at first base, it appears. And it will be Joel Johnson.
Now batting number 31, Preston Shelton.
Preston Shelton, the batter. Joel Johnson at first. Here, nobody out in the 7th for IU Southeast. That hit Shelton. Now Goodwin.
Now batting number 45, Trevor Goodwin.
Grenadiers looking to extend this game. 2 runners on, no outs as Goodwin takes a strike.
That drops in a strike, and it's 0-2. One and two. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, first out here in the 7th.
Now batting number 22, Colin Long.
Now Colin Long. Franny looking to navigate this inning here and lock this game down. Long holds. They check his swing. He did not go. Ball 1. That is popped up behind second place. It'll be the infield fly rule. The batter is out. 2 outs. Now Hazel Martinez.
Now batting number 13, Hazel Martinez.
Ball one to Martinez. Two and up. Into center. The catch is made by Marcos, and the game is over. Brescia comes into IU Southeast and knocks off the 14th ranked team in the country 15-3. Peyton Carey will move to 3-2 on the season. Gavin Gentry will fall to 3-2 on the season. Grenadiers now 20-7, 8-2 in RSC play. Brescia 14-7 and 2-5. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon, 1 Eastern time for the doubleheader here to close out this series. Until then, for Logan Stevens, I'm Stephen Oates saying good night from IU Southeast.